Dear friends, you are all most welcome here this evening for this special concert at which we will honour members of organisations of which the President of Ireland, Uachtaráin, is their patron. So tonight is a celebration of the contribution made by all those Irish citizens who generously, week after week, give of their talents and what is maybe often their most precious resource, their time, to Irish society, and very particularly, as I've said, to those who need encouragement within our society. So may I welcome you all, Firkin Fólsúrúh Galéir, from wherever you have come, Fitja Fuchin, Éireann, Áras, also to say what a great pleasure it is here in the 80th year since Creevin even Douglas the first moved into Uachtaráin as Céad Uachtaráin. Mar Uachtaráin is privileged hen them our Patron das na as President of Ireland, it's a very great privilege to be patron of so many organisations, societies, groups who work so hard to create a fairer, better, more inclusive world for so many of our citizens. And this concert in Cuireann Ceilse Nacht is my recognition as President of Ireland of your work, and through you, representatives of those organisations, I send greetings, agus mabuikas, my gratitude to all of your members and supporters for all of their work. Tonight, literally all the different strands of Irish life are represented here, as are so many of those groups, as I've said, who extend a hand of generosity beyond our shores to our fellow citizens around the world. What is being celebrated this evening is profound. The considerable work of promoting more inclusive societies, wherever they may be, of creating more active communities, of engaging with those who are vulnerable and in need, of fighting global injustice and facing the great global challenges of poverty and climate change, and of course the very important contribution that so many of your organisations are making to the sporting and cultural life of society. So on this fine summer's evening, let us celebrate together your generous work, and there really can be no better way of celebrating than through rather bonus tradition here, something that is so basic to the Irish tradition, sharing an evening of music, song and poetry with friends. But may I begin by saying, Mar Vanity than Scott and than Ocht, we have a very wonderful MC for this evening, Eileen Dunn. But I do want to thank all those who will be entertaining us this evening. The RT's National Symphony Orchestra with conductor John Finucane. The orchestra is celebrating 70 years of musical contribution to Ireland since the Radio and Symphony Orchestra in 1948. And since 1948, in both thin times and good times, they've given service to the ideal of making the finest music available to all of the Irish people. And may I suggest as President to all of you to do spread the word to your friends that we can not only be just proud of our orchestra, we must support it now and into the future. We are very honoured, and may I thank soprano Rachel Cruish, pianist Fionn Collins, violinist Michelle McCarthy, traditional quartet Nava, and poets Theodore Organ and Paula Meehan. And we here in Áras and Uachtaráin have been assisted in the organisation of this evening's special event by so many people, but in particular by Anthony Long at the National Concert Hall and Ciarán Walsh of Culture Ireland. And of course Dee Rogers and his crew in charge for the superb sound he's made possible in facilitating our performers and musicians, not just this evening, but for each of our 7 garden parties that have just concluded. And on your way here, you may have seen the special tram with Jim Larkin's name on the side of it that has been with us for all of the garden parties. I want to take this opportunity of thanking Bill Garriock and colleagues from the Transport Museum for their special assistance. And thank you to our friends in St. John of God's, the Gardaí, and our civil defence colleagues and our tour guides from Gashka, and all who've worked so hard to make this evening, and indeed all of the other garden parties, such joyful and happy occasions for us all. And I'm sure you will all want me to convey a special thank you on Míle Buíochas, Firkin Míle Buíochas, on your behalf to the staff here on Fuirin, the staff at Áras and Uachtaráin, and to the Office of Public Works for their hard work and good humour, which contribute not only to making this concert a very special event happen for you, but for making all of the garden parties, all that we've been having on the different themes this summer, may happen. Míle Buíochas don Fuirin ar fad. And Rish, when John of Asaniha, Míle Buíochas Asak Velin and Acht, is Nilain Áras and Gomwinishiv, honest sauce of Asaniha, Barbanacht Míle Buíochas. Thank you.